What's good, fam? This is homie Bigg Vic. We back in here with another video. So today I want to talk to you guys about some of you guys are still looking at the business. You're still doing research. You know, you're still trying to decide if this is something that is right for you. You may be looking at your finances. You may be looking at, you know, the area that you're located in, or you may just be watching a lot of videos and, you know, we like to deep dive in them comments. And sometimes you can run into comments that'll really discourage you when you already are on the fence about jumping into business. So you're like, man, this person said so-and-so or so-and-so. You know, so like I said before, you gotta be careful of where you get your information from, where you get the advice, what videos you watch that may deter you from really changing your life. I mean, in a good way, not in a bad way. I had a couple of people that came in the business. They took my course and they went full time in the business. They quit their job. Some of them were already earning, like my buddy Eugene was making $94,000 a year on his job, but he didn't have the freedom that he wanted to have by having his own business. I remember seeing people in the comments when I posted his screenshot of him telling me, you know, he did his first Amazon load and he, you know, went out and he's starting to make his money, having his own free time and, you know, doing what he wants now whenever he's ready to do it, you know, without having to worry about going in and actually punching that clock. Everybody's gonna have a different experience. When I posted that, people dropped down in the comments like, yo, you really gonna leave a job making $94,000? Just because you probably would have not quit your job and stayed stuck at your job for 30 years, why would you discourage somebody else that has been doing that, has made that type of money? It's a freedom journey for them versus, you know, me making $94,000 a year at my job. He came into the business and now he's doing great in his business. What if he had listened to the people that were in the comments? But it was too late by then. But what if that was somebody that was reading the comments and was making that type of money on their job and decided like, hey, maybe this may not be a good idea because two people said I shouldn't quit my job. So I'm sitting here, what that does for me is, it has me, I sit back and I think about, you know, all the people that became super successful. They wouldn't have became successful if they had listened to people or took other people's advice on whether they should get started in a business or not, or start their businesses, or leave their jobs, or not go to college and start their own business. I think about those people that did that, and now they went off to make millions and millions of dollars by starting their companies and not listening to what everyone else was saying. One thing you don't want to do is take the advice of broke people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, opinions are just opinions. If you have not gotten this business, have not came into this industry and, you know, started doing something, and I don't mean doing like an extraordinary job, but actually planting your feet in the business and going to do it, then your opinions are like, at that point, minuscule. Your opinions are rather minuscule. Like I said before, be careful where you get your advice from. Be careful who you listen to. If you hang around 5 broke friends, you're bound to be number 6. You are bound to be number 6. You're gonna be the 6th broke friend. I say that with all sincerity. Is there still money to be made in this box truck space? At this point, that has to be, to me, a question that has me saying, is there still money to be made in this space? There's always gonna be money to be made in this space. The better question is, what type of relationships do I need to build to get to the bigger money in this business? How do I scale up? How fast can I scale up? Like, these are the questions you should really be asking versus how much money can I make per week in this business? Because that number is always gonna depend on you, the owner operator. All types of factors come into play when you're trying to really figure out how much money can I make in this box truck space. If you're in a position where you can't afford a box truck, you still can start at a lower level. Like, you still can, I'm not even talking about renting. I'm talking about maybe, you know, you should look into the Sprinter van space. You know what I'm saying? Like to build up your money, or maybe you don't want to go in that space. Maybe you just want to say, hey, let me get my credit right. Let me get my money together, and then I'm gonna entertain getting in this box truck space. I'm not gonna go to school. I'm not gonna get a CDL. I want to be in the non-CDL space. Then this is definitely gonna be, some of the questions that you want to ask yourself. You just want to get a box truck, because that still puts you right up there, especially as an owner operator. That puts you up there to where the big dogs are playing. So to really answer the question of, how much money can you make in the box truck space, you can make as much money as you would like to make. How hungry are you? How much work do you want to take on after you get a truck? Do you want to go over the road? Do you want to be local? Do you want to go regional? Like, these are questions that you have to ask yourself. If you don't mind jumping in the truck, riding out and running it up, then there's really no cap to how much you can make. I mean, literally, there's no ceiling to how much money is available to you once you decide this is something that you want to do. So don't let people discourage you. Don't let them discourage you. Here's the thing, and I talked about this on my live the other day. Don't let, Facebook groups discourage you, because when I first started, I looked at a few Facebook groups here and there. I was in a couple of them, but because of and I started earlier. I started way earlier. We're talking 21, 22 months ago now. I started earlier, but even then there was a lot of negativity in the Facebook groups, when it came to box trucking. There was negativity then, and I'm sure it's that multiplied times 10. If you're in some of you guys already know y'all in some Facebook groups, so I noticed one thing for sure. I couldn't make any money sitting in a Facebook group. It was impossible. It was virtually impossible for me to be active and proactive sitting in a Facebook group instead of taking action, building my business or buying my first truck, and then after that going to get my second truck 3 months later. You see what I'm saying? You gotta put your money where your mouth is at the end of the day. Put your money where your mouth is, put your credit where your mouth is. However you have to get started in this business, get started. Now, I'm not telling you to go and finance nothing with no crazy interest rate. That's not what I'm saying here. But and if you did, now I'll say this, if you do decide to do something like that, you better be paying 3 times the amount on that truck. I'm talking about every month. If you make 20 bands, you need to be taking 3 times of the payments if you got a high interest rate. That is the only way that you'll eat interest. Make sure in your financing agreement that there's no penalty for you paying it off early, because some of them bad credit spots, they will try to hem you up that way too, so you gotta be careful. Take action at the end of the day. You got a bunch of brokers out there, got a bunch of shippers out there. There's several ways to reach out to these brokers and shippers. You got all these load boards. Like, you really don't have no excuses not to get out here and make money. No excuses. You can't talk about fuel prices, because you still can make money, even if the fuel prices are a little higher. You may be shaving off a little bit of the top of the income, but you still can make money at the end of the day. You just gotta go a little harder, that's all. Simple as that. Listen, at the end of the day, don't let no one talk you out of changing your life forever. Don't let no one talk you out of changing the trajectory of your family's future. You can completely change it if you understand exactly what to do when you get that truck. And at this point, it almost doesn't matter to me what size box truck you get anymore. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen my man Jerry running it up with a 16-footer. 20 foot, 24, 26. It's all gonna depend on the individual. Now, if you're looking at Amazon Relay, then yeah, you need that 24, 26-foot box truck. But if you just want to run freight, period, then you can get you a 16-footer. And make it do what it do. You're gonna have to put that truck over the road though. You're definitely gonna have to put that truck over the road to make the numbers add up. Partial that thing out to make them numbers add up. So I remember when I put the poll out, like 18% of you guys just said you just procrastinating right now. Here's the thing with procrastination. Procrastination stops you from living your wildest dreams, you guys. That's what procrastination does. If you're a procrastinator, you are literally right here at the finish line. You're already at the finish line, but you don't see it because you're procrastinating. You're in a position right now to probably go and get you a truck. Your credit's strong, everything, you good to go right now. But because you've probably seen so much information in the box truck space, you've seen the people doing well, you've seen people probably not doing well, you've seen people getting rental trucks, you've seen people getting out of rental trucks. You can't let that stop you from doing what you feel in here. If you don't feel it, don't do it. But if you feel it, take action. Go ahead and get in the game. Get in the business. Get all your LLC, all your paperwork out the way, get in the business and start getting to this money. I can't even say it no more simpler, no more plainer than that. It's waiting for you. Everything you want is on the other side of you procrastinating. Listen, there's a million things you could be doing, but all you have to do is focus on one of them. That's it, just focus on one of them. Tap in, let's get to this money, y'all. Stop playing with this thing. What if I told you that over the next 90 days, if you decided to take full out action, that your life would never be the same again? Would you do it? Would you do it? So that's what I'm telling you right now. If you get a truck and you go all out for the first 90 days, matter of fact, let's just say the first 6 months, you go all in for the first 6 months. Eat, sleep, just eat and sleep this, that's it. And what if after the first 6 months, you was able to take the next 2 months off because of the work that you put in the first 6 months? Would you do it? Would that get you excited enough to take action today? I'm talking to the procrastinators out there. I'm talking to you, you. Yeah, I'm talking to you because you procrastinating right now. 18% of y'all said y'all procrastinating. Shout out to all the new subscribers too. Shout out to you if you're just tapping in to the content. If you want to tap in, you want to work with Bigg Vic, listen. Forgot what day we on right now. I think today's the 23rd, 24th, something like that. Tap in with me. Shutting it down on the 31st. So let's get to this bag together, y'all. Let's get to it. I'm ready to help somebody change their life. I'm ready to help you. Let's get this money, y'all. Stop playing with this thing. But I'm gonna say this, guys. You can't make no money sitting at home just watching videos. I'm gonna tell you that now. It's gonna be hard to run up a bag like that. Hate to be the one to break the news to you, but you can't run it up like that, family. Let's get to this bag, though. Let's change the trajectory of our lives out here. That's what we out here to do. If you knew you could run up a 6-figure a year or more business with just one truck, there's no guarantees in life. Only thing we guaranteed is death. But if you knew that if you did what you're supposed to do with just one truck, would you go all out? Would you go all out for it? Would you do what you need to do to make that happen? That's the question I got for you. It's homie Bigg Vic TV. Till I drop the next video. Always hustle, never stop growing. Let's go, let's get it, let's eat.
Don't prove me wrong, prove you right. My word is bond, we don't spit.